Back to Northern Boulevard in Westchester County. Huntsville slows either way from Mamaroneck with an earlier wreck gone, though. The New England Thruway is going to be better. Mario Cuomo, Rockland down already slow, as is the Northbound Thruway, until you get beyond the Palisades. Queensbound, Whitestone, Frogs Neck, and RFK, they've all got their issues, less of them on the RFK. Citybound George, 30 to 40 on the upper level. The lowers about 20 to 30. There is nothing easy. Not the north and west side, not the southbound Deegan, not the Henry Hudson. None of it good getting you out of town at the George. Lincoln's about 20 minutes in, 15 out. Holland, 20 to 30 on the outbound ride, 15 in from the Skyway. Better off than Newark Bay. Traffic is sponsored by Fiontech and Pfizer. Charging a cell phone can be like getting a booster shot. A booster is given to enhance or restore protection after a primary series vaccination, which wanes over time. Schedule an appointment when you are eligible. I'm Greg Rice on 1010 Win.
Thank you, G. From Cypress Hills, they think he's been dead for almost a week, and now cops trying to figure out what happened after a 75-year-old man is found dead, decomposing, sitting in a chair with suspiciously marked containers all around him. Samantha Liebman following that investigation.
Sad that the man they knew as John Knish died.
I cried when I got off the phone because I do know him. And it's sad.
The 75-year-old found decomposing in a chair in a second-floor apartment Wednesday on 101st Avenue after a wellness check. Also found those canisters in the schematic for an unknown building. The FBI entering the building in hazmat suits. Residents like Stephen Figueres surprised, saying he was well-liked.
Like to talk a lot, a lot of jokes. Friendly man, you know, he walked with a walker, he couldn't get around.
They hadn't seen the veteran who once owned a nearby Knish store in 2 weeks, but they say he had several conditions and went to the VA hospital weekly. Samantha Liebman, 1010 Wins in Cypress Hills.
Also this afternoon, mothers and teenagers usually fight, but a Brooklyn mother and her teenage son wound up in the hospital after their argument turned violent. The 44-year-old mother and her 17-year-old son attacked each other, it says, with knives inside their Coney Island house's apartment last night. Mother's in critical condition with stab wounds to her face, stomach, and arms. Son's in stable condition with stab wounds to his head and forearm. Police have not charged either one of them at this point. A 14-year-old, the latest victim of gun violence in the city.
Family members of Jacob Bourbon screaming at members of the media this was some type of accidental shooting. The 14-year-old found on the street here, east 194th, at 1 in the morning. He had been shot in the chest. Police got him the St. Barnabas, but he passed away there. Community activist Darrell Bennett was here.
I lived probably about 10 minutes from here. There was a 2-month-old baby who was shot 3 blocks this way. And Mr. Adams came, and I know he's doing presumably what he can. And then we talked about the fact that there needs to be preventative work.
Police Commissioner Sewell saying the NYPD working tirelessly to find out who's responsible. Glenn Schuff, 1010 Wins in Fordham Manor.
A heartbroken dog owner hoping somebody out there can help catch the guy who fatally attacked her dog. Jessica Christick was out walking with Moose near Prospect Park in Brooklyn this morning on the morning of August the 3rd. She said the guy started following her, a guy she had seen hanging around the park before, but had only, managed to avoid him. He got close, and then she says he doused her with urine from a plastic bottle and then whacked her and Moose with a stick. Old guy took the brunt of the attack right in the face. She rushed her best friend to the vet for emergency surgery, but he didn't make it. Jesse telling 1010 Wins that what matters most now is finding this guy so he can face justice.
I'm putting it out in as many places as possible so that people can identify this man if they see him, and we can get him arrested and charges pressed as soon as possible.
That is terrible. Detectives and the Animal Cruelty Squad are investigating. Looking at the roll call now, 87 degrees in Thornwood right now. Merrick, you've got 86. Patterson with 88, and we have 86 outside our place. We'll have complete AccuWeather here at the bottom of the hour. Stay with us. Wins News Time 326. And now Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins. This hour is sponsored by your Tri-State BMW Centers. And here is Andrew O'Day.
Drugstore giant Walgreens needs pharmacists, and it needs them so badly that it's offering signing bonuses of as much as $75,000. Dow Jones reports that the $75,000 is only for places with the biggest shortages. $30,000 to $50,000 is the more common bonus. Still pretty big. The pharmacist must agree to work at Walgreens for a set time period, usually a year or more. When gasoline prices were averaging more than $5 a gallon, energy markets were betting we would cut back on consumption. We did, and that helped fuel the drop in gas prices we've seen to now less than $4 on average. And now analysts are predicting that with gas a little cheaper, we're going to start buying more again. The International Energy Agency has hiked its forecast for oil demand here and around the world. And oil futures jumped 2%, $94 a barrel today. Stock indexes have handed back their early gains, first fueled by another report showing inflation easing. The Dow is holding on to just a 9-point lead. NASDAQ down 77, S&P 500 down 4. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Andrew O'Day for 1010 Wins.
Wins News Time, 327.
Summer is here. Will you stay in or get outside? Discover the unique all-new curved display screen of the iconic BMW 3 Series. Weave through the mountains in a stylish BMW X3 and take on even more adventures with your BMW X5 in its ample capacity to store all your gear. Because life isn't meant to be spent indoors. This year, summer adventure starts with a drive. Summer on. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Receive a loyalty credit of up to $1,750 on select models now through August 31st.
New Yorkers are stepping up to become organ donor heroes. One organ donor can save up to 8 lives and improve the lives of many more. At Live On New York, we honor, change, and save lives through organ and tissue donation. Nearly 9,000 New Yorkers are on the waiting list for an organ. Your family, friends, and neighbors need your help. Join the movement to ensure no New Yorker dies waiting for a life-saving organ transplant. Visit liveonny.org to become an organ donor hero. That's liveonny.org.
Hi, this is Brian Topsic with AccuWeather. Not running your business on NetSuite is like trying to sink a putt with a cap pulled over your eyes. NetSuite by Oracle is the #1 cloud financial system, giving you visibility and control of your financials, inventory, budgeting, and more, all in one place. 93% of surveyed businesses increase their visibility and control after upgrading to NetSuite. Over 31,000 businesses already use NetSuite. NetSuite has a special financing program for those ready to upgrade at netsuite.com/temp. netsuite.com/temp.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself, or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you caused would be beyond repair. See, you didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
I used to get frequent heartburn at night, so I made Prilosec OTC part of my morning routine.
With just one pill, Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid production, blocking heartburn all day and night. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use it directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
1010 Winds AccuWeather. They're saying we might get a shower or two in some areas this evening. Otherwise, the rest of tonight partly cloudy, more comfortable than recent nights. A low of 70 in the city, mid-60s out in the burbs. And then tomorrow, we start the weekend, intervals of clouds and sunshine with nice low humidity, perhaps a shower over eastern Long Island and down the Jersey Shore. I have 82 tomorrow, and then tomorrow night clear and comfortable with a low of 64. And then on into Saturday, sunny to partly cloudy and pleasant from the city on north and west, more in the way of clouds to the south and east. We'll get to a high near 80 degrees. Right now, 87 degrees, going down to 70 tonight in Central Park. Good afternoon, I'm Larry Mullins. When's news time at the tone? 3:30.
Good afternoon, I'm Lori Nutten. In the wake of the search warrant being executed on Donald Trump's estate at Mar-a-Lago, we just heard from U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland, who